You're now listening to the 11:30 podcast. Enjoy the show.
Nasty, hateful, insane nation that exists.
Yo, what it do, everybody? It's your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels. Y'all already know what it is, man. Welcome back, everyone, to the 11:30 podcast. What's good, everybody doing out there, man? We made it back here, man. Another week of the podcast, man. For real, it's not 7:30, it's 11:30. What's up to everyone who's listening? Yes, man, the 11:30 podcast. The main show here is on Spotify. I appreciate everyone tuning in and listening, and everyone, man, for coming back and watch it on YouTube. Thank you guys so much. But before we get into the show this week, man, if you haven't done so already, make sure you follow and leave a 5-star rating on Spotify, man. For the 11:30 podcast, tell me what you think about the show. Don't forget to follow the 11:30 podcast on all social media platforms. And for everyone who's watching, like we are here every week here on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. Yes, like it, leave a comment, and share it. Tell a friend about the 11:30 podcast. And also, before we get dive into this week's show and some topics and stuff we're going to talk about this week, the merch, man, the 11:30 podcast merch is on deck. It's here. Get at it, man, for real. Check out the link in the 11:30 podcast Instagram page, bonfire slash the 11:30 podcast. Man, get some merch, get some gear. For real, man, it's going up, man. For real, nice hoodie, keep it warm, man. I know it's getting chilly, man. Not my favorite season though. You know, summer already gone now, and some people like, man, yo, I can't wait for the summer already. I'm like, damn, man, we just got here. We just got here though. But hey, get some hoodies, man. Warm up, stay warm, and yo, get ready. It's the podcast, man. It's about to get down and pack in. Yo, I'm riding solo dolo here on this week's episode. But yo, man, that's always great, man. That's always great. I thank everyone for tuning in over the last couple of weeks that I have returned on podcasting. I thank everyone who tuned in this past Friday for Talk Pro Wrestling. So shout out to my guy Eric the Joker. Blackheart for bringing Eric on, man. Shout out to man, Cyber Yeti. I hope you get better. Also, man, Warren Marlowe with Buzzing with Marlowe. Definitely great. Tap in to the latest episode, the return episode of Talk Pro Wrestling, man. For real. Each and every Friday, man. It's gonna be dope. But you guys, man, we're gonna get into the show. We ain't gonna waste no more time. We're gonna start this week's episode off. You guys are with the WTF moment of the week, you guys. All right, WTF moment of the week, man. I spend a lot, obviously, you know, what I do right here with the podcast, and got to get on social media to promote and advertise the show, and you know, network with different, you know, people and stuff, and you know, try to get them, you know, guests on the show and stuff. And I was on social media, man, and I saw this video, man. And it rung a bell to me, man, because I think this is a conversation that a lot of people want to have, but the world we live in right now is so sensitive, and you got to watch what you say. You really do got to watch what you say. And for this teacher in PG County, now, I didn't see this live. I didn't see it play out live on the news, but like I said, I was on social media. I saw this video clip, and I thought it was very, very interesting. Now that I am a dad and I'm a father, I thought this would be a great topic to talk about on this week's episode. But yo, WTF moment of the week, you guys. PG County school teacher was fired. Yeah, she was fired. She lost the job. And I know some people are like, yeah, okay, and what? People get fired and lose their job every other day. But yo, she was saying, she wrote on Twitter, and she was saying black women are raising boys and they are becoming bitchy. Yes, you guys, check this out real quick.
On social media identified this teacher as Bianca Robinson. Now, when we asked the Prince George's County Public School spokesperson about her, we were told she is a substitute who has now been removed from the classroom at District Heights Elementary School. We want to show you some of the tweet that landed her in that hot water here. It was posted to Twitter last Thursday under the account @mostly_hated. It says, "Black women raising boys, please stop letting your sons pick up your female traits. I have an expletive boys in my class. I know you'll have some men around somewhere. This expletive is getting ridiculous." Now, this comment got some quick reactions when I showed it to some parents in person today.
It's not with that type of behavior.
Honestly, with a lot of the way teachers are, a lot of them do teach like they just don't say it.
She could have said, like, put them in male mentoring programs, things like that, but for her to just come off and say something like that, it's just atrocious.
Now, online, a number of comments were defending Robinson, some essentially arguing she's a victim of cancel culture. Those upset with the substitute also flagged other questionable posts. Now, we can't...
Like WTF, man, all the way, you guys, man. And here's my take on it, though. Here's my take on it. And I was reading the comments, and I think the comments be the funniest on a lot of these videos that be going around on social media and whatnot. But yeah, some of the comments was like, "Yo, man, the teacher, she said what she said, and she was right, but the place that she said it and what she said and the manner that she said it was totally wrong." And of course, like I said, that the world we live in and the day and age, you know, everyone is so sensitive about everything. You know, people getting canceled, people getting fired or whatnot. But I think, you know, this is a topic to go around, you know, within the Black community, you know, or just, you know, in fatherhood in general, but more say in the Black community, because only in the Black community where the percent is higher than any other, you know, race or ethnic, where, you know, the Black mom is raising the child and she's a single Black mom, you know, and all the dads are, you know, taken out of the household, or they're not in, or they dead, or they are in jail, incarcerated and stuff like that. So I think about what she said and also the situation itself. Like I said, her being a school teacher, yeah, definitely. And also social media. You know, social media can get a lot of people in trouble now these days. And obviously we saw what's going on with Kanye West. But yeah, social media can get a lot of people. But hold up, wait, Kanye West he just tripping right now. But nonetheless, yeah, social media can get a lot of people in trouble nowadays. And I don't think she should have went on social media saying what she's saying. But me as a dad, I like I tell, you know, babe, man, like, you know, I want, you know, be a strong father figure, you know, for my son, because I think with a lot of these boys out here, because a lot of them not men, you know, they might have grown up, they might be 18, 20, 21, 25 or whatever, but for real, a lot of them are still boys though. And I think a lot of these boys out here are missing their dad. They never had their dad in their life, and in some cases, you know, the mom and the dad maybe didn't get along, so it was somewhere you know, the mom shield the son or the daughter away from, more so the son away from his father or whatnot. Like, it is so many variables that plays into a factor, you know. Obviously, if you were brought up in, if you were raised, if you was born in the 90s or the late 80s or whatever like that, you also had, you know, the drug epidemic that was going around in the country or whatnot. But like I said, man, I think it is very important for Black boys to have their fathers in their life. Now, I know that everyone is not fortunate enough to have their father in their life, or fortunate enough to, you know, have a relationship with their dad or whatnot. But, you know, like I said, man, things that I can't wait to, you know, teach my son is to, you know, go into the bathroom, know how to, you know, lift the toilet seat up, and, you know, just, you know, doing boy stuff, you know, playing catch with him, you know, just little stuff, you know, that a father and a son could do. Now, like I said, I'm not gonna get into all that other stuff, because like I said, it's real sensitive and you gotta be careful on what you say. But I want my man, I want to be a strong figure for him, and a strong example, and a role model, a leader, you know, to what to do, you know. And no, I'm not. I'm not perfect. You feel me? And a role model and also an example, a leader, could show you, even in their mistakes, could show you that, hey, that's not what you're supposed to do. Versus to, them being that, leader or that, prime example of showing you what to do. So man, like I said, man, you gotta be careful what you do around your kids. If and me personally, I feel like if the little boy, if he's 6 years old and he hanging around a group of women, and that's all he know. That's all he know. Then when he get older, that's all he gonna know. You feel me? Now sometimes it's not always the case, and then I'm not saying, um, every black boy or boys who are raised by a single black mom is going to come out bitchy or come out always crying or something like that. No, because to be honest with you, my mom was a single mom. I had stepfather figures, throughout my life and something like that, but never was I the type of to be, the bitchy type guy, like that or whatever. But I think, the generation and the time that we live in has definitely changed, man. And you know, I was doing some networking and I was talking to a couple of people, and a lot of people definitely agree, on this point of view on this topic, and I think once we get some more male figures into these, boys' life, and not only it just be male figures who are social media influencer or rappers or music artists or something like that, then I think we can be on the right track. I think once they, put their mind to something, and then you gotta also, man, you gotta realize, um, some of these, your kids will tell you what indeed what they like, what they love, what they want to do. You got to support them, man. You got to support them all the way, man. If they say, man, yo, I wanna draw, I wanna run, I wanna bike, I wanna do whatever, man. You do whatever. I saw one video before I move on, you guys. I saw one video where a shorty was like, because being a parent, you gotta make a whole lot of sacrifices, and which that was, always, you know, was told to you, and that was the cycle. You make all these sacrifices, and yes, you should make sacrifices, but I think when it comes to your child and your child's future to be better and to have a better lifestyle, I think maybe, if whatever you had in life, that you are, if you're an actor, if you, have a goal or a dream that you want to be, man, and now it's hard, it's really hard for single parents, for single dads out there, for single moms, definitely single moms out there. But I feel like, for those who are in a relationship, that's why Bay is so understanding when it comes to my love for doing this, man. You know, um, I just had a person who told me the other day, yo, I love your wrestling podcasts, man. I'm glad you back. I can't, like, I dig it. That just make, like, wow, like, for real, man. Little old me, Dre, from DC. And, you know, uh, it was just some years ago. I was just like, yo, man, let's do this. I was telling to a buddy too. We big wrestling fans, man. And I know we got some insight that we can really put together, man. And yo, man, and like I said, I always saw myself doing this, and you just never know where things may lead you. But like I was saying, man, Bay definitely understands where I'm coming from with the love of this, and it's not even just about me now, because my little man, 3 months, about to be 3 months on Friday, he getting big so fast, and and if you guys don't hear him right now, he probably sleep, but before the show, he was going off a little bit, but um yeah, man, I explained to her that I want to do this, and not only I want to do this, I want to show my son, look here, you can do whatever you want to do. A couple of years ago, I was just looking for a job, man. I'm just like, yo, just sitting at home collecting a check every month. I mean, that's great because I learned at an early age, man. I think I was maybe 17, 18 years old, and I started working at the movie theater. For everyone who followed me, my mom was telling me, like, yo, when you get SSI, for disability, you really can't work. And if you work, you got to work a certain amount of hours. And I was like, really? So, if you don't really report them, they start taking that money back. No, trust me, they will get that money back, man. And just years and years and years went by, and I was just like, wow, man, I don't really just want to collect a check, and just sit at home. I know I got a gift. I know that I'm greater than just sitting here, just not doing nothing. So apply for jobs, man, and went in for interview, and interview after interview. It had been like seven within a span of maybe 3 to 4 weeks, man. And I thought at least I was gonna get one of them, and it didn't work out. And don't know why, but I feel like all these years later, not necessarily that I feel like, but all these years later, me doing this, you just never know. You got to stick to yourself, stick to your true self, and whatever you love, man, just put it out there. It wasn't meant for me to go back and sit behind somebody's counter and work. Now, don't get me wrong, for everyone out there that's working, kudos. Now we gotta pay bills. The rent is due every month. You feel me? We gotta eat. Food costs, gas costs. So I want to teach my son, like, man, go after whatever you want in life, man. And sometimes a no is just an opportunity to open up a door for yourself, man. So it's so many things, I want to pass down and teach my son. But to the WTF moment, the guys of the week, man, yo. That was crazy. I didn't think Shorty would really live say that though. Like, man, But some of these little boys are a little bit like, yo, man, come on, man. Where your pops at? And even if your pops at, you got some type of father figure. And if they don't, they go out to these dudes on the street, man, and look up to these, so-called men that really are boys too, because they didn't have it, they self when they were coming up. So it's real crazy, man. So I really have an important job. Not only me, my fiance got, the major job, because she got stressed out for some time, because she was like, yo, man, I want to work, I want to find a job. She got a degree in culinary school. She bomb ass chef, like, for real. It's just that once you put that application down, and you apply for that job, and you wanted to be known that I'm in a wheelchair, because, man, there's been plenty of jobs that I showed up and I was in a wheelchair, and they was like, oh, okay, well, we don't know where we're gonna do this interview at. You can't get up the steps, and I'm like, no call back or whatever. So you gotta create something for yourself, man. So the biggest job and most blessful job, joyfulness job you can have is, also being a parent, man. Also being a parent. But like I was saying, man, if you are in a relationship and your partner understands your dreams, your goals, man, that's a win. Not only for yourself, but a win for the both of you guys, man. Like I said, I'm doing this for my son, and I want my son to know, man, you could do it too. You could do it too. I know he's gonna be making a cameo appearance here somehow. Shout out to my guy Warren Marlowe, his daughter, be making cameo appearances on his podcast. So, man, that'd be great, man. So yeah, sacrifices is all great and dandy, man. But like I said, if you are in that strong relationship where it's your mom and your dad there, and one of them has a strong career, support the other. Be there for other. Be there for her. Be there for him, man. I'm trusting it's gonna pay off in the long run. Don't be like, oh man, like, no, you're not spending. Oh man, come on, man. Trust me, it's gonna pay off in the long run, man. Definitely gonna pay off in the long run. Okay. But you guys, man, we gonna move on here on the 1130 podcast. And speaking of, me being a dad and things that I want to pass on to my son, yo, we all seen the now viral post video that 50 Cent's son has put out. Yes, man. Marquis, or whatever his name is. Look at that. Whatever his name is. Yo, my man made a video and was like, it was some video he was going back and forth with one dude, but he put out a video and he was talking about, like, yeah, man, I'm all grown up now, and yeah, man, my dad, he paid child support. I get $6,700, a month. That's not enough to live off. And bro, it had everybody like, what? Like, hold up, wait a minute, you getting $6,700 a month? You gotta realize some people ain't getting even that though. And
Situation. This is more so the olive branch. Like if if you up for it, I'm up for it. I'm definitely willing to sit down with him and so I can hear his perspective and gain a little bit of understanding. I mean, like we're both men at the end of the day. From his perspective, he thinks I'm entitled when that's not the case. Like it's never been about the money for me. It's more so the relationship and for me personally. Honestly, I don't know what to expect from the situation. If we do have a sit down, I don't necessarily know what to expect or what it looks like. But if it takes me paying him for his time, I'm more than willing to do that. You get older, you're more mature, you start thinking about things, and it's like you might have questions. I mean, it's just a situation that's unfortunate, but it's like, well, what can you do at this point?
okay, man, he said $6,700 is not enough. It's not enough to take care of him, buy him food, put clothes on his back a month. Now, 50 Cent said his son has grown entitled, and you know, look at, I don't know what goes on in that home, but I'm just gonna say here, $6,700 a month. I mean, that sounds like, enough, for a kid. You putting food on the table, putting clothes on their back, getting something what they want, and I'm pretty sure, man, once December roll around, they getting something for Christmas. Am I wrong or am I right? I think they straight though. But nonetheless though, that's a lot of money to me, for someone who don't really have it. But yeah, like I said, nonetheless, he also mentioned that, I put up all this money for 24 hours just for a sit down conversation one on one with his dad, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. And my thoughts and reaction when I first heard that, it made me think of my guy Laquan John. Shout out to my guy Quan John from the Motivational Motives podcast. Always blessing the 1130 podcast here. He came on, he said something that was very interesting a couple of times, man. When now I don't know, like I said, I don't know the relationship between 50 and his son. I don't know if he was there or what or not, or whatever the case may be, But if that was the case and 50 Cent was not really in his life, and he did not get all those moments that his son was talking about, that he wants to, have those moments with his son, I think, bro, like, you should learn from that, man. You should learn that, man, like, even though he was not there, like, that could be your blessing, man. Take that and run with it, man. Like, you got the money, just do whatever you want to do. People are going to recognize you for being 50 Cent's son, and some way, somehow, he might want to get in contact with you or might not. But I just don't, I remember at times where I ran into my dad, and he'll see me, and I ran into him a couple of times, and he'll see me, and yeah, you know who I am. Yeah, I know exactly who you are. Give me his number. I get his number. I call him. Never go nowhere. Never go nowhere. And like I said, I see him every now and then. He'll be in a car with somebody, or he'll be outside or whatever. And hey, speak, exchange phone numbers, maybe call him once, never go nowhere. So it's just like, maybe you just better off, without any communication, or you just better off just without your father, man. And maybe, just maybe, this $6,700, I hope is worth it. That he's gonna pay his own dad just to talk to him. Maybe not. Maybe he might get some game from him. Maybe he might learn a thing or two, in which he, maybe didn't learn, early in his life. So I don't know. What's you guys' thoughts on that, man? If your father wasn't in your life, and of course, you getting close to $7,000 in child support, would you really want him in your life? Do you really care? Would you, what is it? I know some people like, man, look here, sperm donor, deadbeat, going about your life, man. It is what it is. Whatever the case may be, man. But yeah, man. like I said, I'm good off, man. You know, my dad didn't want to be in my life. Hey, oh well, let's move on, man. I know that I'm a dad now and I'm a son, and my mom always told me, if you ever have kids, always take care of your kids, man. And my son is gonna be taken care of. For real, man. Yo, there's been a vibe here on the 1130 podcast this week, man. Yo, I got more show coming up right after the break, man. Yo, it was one topic too that it had everybody like going a little crazy, man. I was like, yo, I gotta talk about this, man, for real. You know, baby mamas though, would you leave your child with your baby father for the week instead of the weekend? You know, because most baby daddies get left with the child just for the weekend. You know, that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, bring him back. That's it. You know, but you know, can they reverse it? You know, we gonna talk about that right after the break, you guys, here on the 1130 podcast and more coming up for real. Yo, also that Draymond Green and Jordan Poole incident last week. Yo, man. Yo, don't move. You're listening and you're watching to the 1130 podcast. You did.
Hateful, insane nation that ever existed.
Bulletproof vest to kind of show you, like, you know, we made it through all of that. Now we're here,
Right.
you know. So I'm just very particular, bro, about like messages and like how people perceive the show. So that's kind of what
Sound like you sound
Man,
like
he's
you
very
really
creative.
up.
That's
Yeah.
that's a very, very creative process, because you don't really hear about that unless you go to some of these big time shows. You don't hear about people doing, like, getting real creative with the music while they on stage performing. Most of we think motherfuckers be on there getting hype and, you know, hop,
Like you said, get on
we
stage
can eat
and jump
hop,
around. Yeah.
shit like that. You actually giving them like a vision with the music.
Yeah, it got to be an experience, bro.
Yo, we're back here on the 1130 podcast. Appreciate everyone sticking with me throughout the short break. Thank everyone for tuning in here, everyone who's listening on Spotify, but everyone who's coming back here on YouTube, man. It's been a dope show. Before we move on, you guys, this new merch is out. Get your hands on it. Stay warm, because I'm warm, man. It's getting chilly outside. And make sure you head over to the 1130 podcast Instagram page. That's at the 1130 podcast _ hit the link in the bio, get you some merch, man. Bonfire.com/the 1130 podcast, get you some merch, man, for real. And also you guys, this coming Friday, Talk Pro Wrestling is back 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12 noon Central. That's going down. And also today, later on today, 5 p.m. Eastern, we live on Off the Top Ropes podcast. Yes, I say we, the Commission Boys, we're back, man. Warren Marlowe, Blackheart, he's hosting. That's Off the Top Ropes podcast, along with myself and Eric the Joker, man. He's going to be tapping into the Commission Talks crew. So that's going to be awesome. Once again, shout out to Cyber Yeti. Hope you get better, man, and keep doing your thing. But you guys, we're going to get back into the show. One thing I was talking about last week, you guys, the whole Draymond Green and Jordan Poole. Now, I don't want to be that guy, but I'm not a big Draymond Green. I'm not a big Draymond Green fan. Like he looked like an asshole. Like for real though. Like what I was saying last week, he looked like the nigga that was slapping for eating his steak and cheese sandwich. Though he really do. But nonetheless, though, like he's real impactful. He's an all-star player. On the Golden State Warriors. That's that. Like I can give him his credit, which credit's due. I was saying on Talk Pro Wrestling this past Friday how Triple H, big wrestling fan, how Triple H is taking the WWE and just reviving it and everything, and how growing up I despised Triple H, couldn't stand him because he used to always beat up The Rock, left him bloody and everything. So now I give my man credit where credit is due. So shout out to Hunter. But like I was saying, Jordan, Poole, man, yo. Draymond Green said, no, Jordan Poole said Draymond apologized, and they win, they there to win championships. Draymond was not suspended, obviously, because the video was leaked, and the team and the NBA didn't want anybody to really, see this. But TMZ leaked it out, and Draymond, of course, he didn't get suspended. I think he did, but he kind of like took some time off or whatnot. But you guys, though, after that punch, though, like, really, is an apology enough, though? I understand, yeah, you on the Golden State Warriors, you're playing in the NBA, you're getting paid millions of dollars, like, you're getting the bag right now, though. But is the apology enough? In the off season, now the season is about to begin. Do you get traded? Do you finish the season out with this guy? Like, come on, though. Like, really, like, come on, though. Come on. Now I don't know if these guys are the best of friends. Draymond said, man, the relationship between them two the relationship between them two getting better is kind of like on Jordan Poole's side. And to be honest with you, it should be. You slap you punch me hard as a mother like, come on, bro. Come on. I still think he ate his steak and cheese though. I still think he ate his steak and cheese right after the show last week, man. I got me a big steak and cheese, man. That was it. That was it. For real. That was it. But yeah, man, we're gonna move on here on the podcast. Another thing I was tapping into last week that got somebody in hot trouble, as I was talking about earlier. How social media can really get you in trouble. And obviously the whole Kanye West thing has really got him in trouble, to which his bank don't want nothing to do with him. Keep your money somewhere else. Everybody, even LeBron James, the interview I think he was going to have with LeBron James pulled it off. He said it was hate speech. Everybody is pulling his interview. They said Glad TV pulled it. And now, Drink Champs. He did an interview with Drink Champs, and very, very hurtful, controversial things were said, and that I could not believe. Now all the things now my man Kanye West said about Harriet Tubman and the White Lives Matter, everything. It was just like, wow, Kanye, like really, wow, bro, like. But what he said on the interview with Drink Champs though about George Floyd was even more mind-blowing. Like, yo, the cop, his knee wasn't really on his neck though, and he was on fentanyl and all this other stuff. Like, wow, man, like didn't he say he got an album coming out or whatever? Like me personally, and I think this is sort of half and half. Kanye said the entertainment and the music business or whatever has really screwed him over big time. We obviously seen what happened play out with him and Kim, and now with things going on right here with this whole controversy, I'm just like, yo, my man just need to take a back seat. And I think it's just for publicity, man. I think it's just totally for publicity to get him talking. He's on every avenue right now. Everybody's talking about him. Like, it's crazy, man. Like, it's so crazy though. But Kanye West, I think he do need help. I think it was man. I mean, he took a lot of stuff too far. But when he said what he said on Drink Champs, with about the whole George Floyd, yeah, man, I think that was a little bit. I think that was a little bit too far, a little bit too far, you guys. But we're gonna move on here on the podcast, man. I was talking about it before I went to the break, you guys. Why don't some baby mamas leave their child with the dads for the week? You know, we get all these sort of like custody battles or co-parenting or whatever the case may be, you know. We always, the dad always get the weekend, and you know the mom always like, hey, you know what, go ahead and take him for the weekend, and you know she want to have her little free time or whatever like that. But I believe that certain women don't want to, you know, let the dad have the child for the whole entire week. One comment was like, no, because I'm the mom. I pushed them. I birthed them. What the hell I look like? Giving them off to the dad. And like I said, most of these relationships, you know, uh, they're not, you know, working together. You know, the mom and dad are really not getting along. So majority of these answers are like that. Now, if you know what type of baby daddy you have and what type of, you know, guy he is, then I think you will be totally fine. Me personally, I asked my fiance, she was like, hell no. I mean, we ain't co-parent at all though. But if that was the case though, I was like, babe, like, would you let me, like, you know, keep him, like he good, he with his daddy. And another topic too, a thing I want to get into is just, you know, every dad, man, is intention is not just, oh man, fuck them kids or whatever like that, man. They really want to take care of the kids and be there for them, man, and you know, and teach them something. And I was telling, you know, babe, and she got a thing where she want to, you know, take a mirror here and take a mirror there at times because, hey, my man is spoiled. We gonna get that out the way though. But I'm just like, she went to the nail salon. I'm like, hey, just go to the nail salon. Go do your thing. Just leave him with me. You know, don't call. You ain't gotta check up on him every 30 minutes. He's straight, like for real. And I feel as though if you're gonna be calling every 30 minutes, like damn though, like can we have our time to chill for a moment? Like I think we good. You feel me? So yeah, man. I just don't know. Like I said, the day and age and the times that we live in, and you know, the pride, man. Women got pride too, man, and I don't think that will let them, you know, hand their child all for the whole entire week, and because they don't want to get judged. Most of it is because they don't want to get judged, and more than likely they would, you know, like, oh, he got the kids for the week, or what type of mother is you, and stuff like that, you know, like people got something to say about everything, man. People got something to say about every single thing. Oh man. But you guys, man, we gonna keep the podcast rolling on, you guys. Each and every week, we back at it, you guys. It's time for the inspirational quote of the week, you guys. Yes, man. I always try to deliver an inspirational quote of the week. I know it's some screwed up, fucked up times out here, but we gotta turn to something or someone, you know, to have that motivation and stay inspired, you guys. If you guys find out I'm a little stuffy, my son was sneezing, and not only that, my baby mother, she done passed on her sneeze or a little cold on to me a little bit. But yeah, okay. Okay, you guys. Inspirational quote of the week, you guys. Be thankful for what you have, and you'll end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you'll never have enough. Let me repeat that one more time, man. For real. I thought that was great, man. Be thankful for what you have, and you'll end up having more. And you concentrate on what you don't have, you'll never have enough, man. For real. Be blessed. Be thankful for what you have right in front of you, man. People don't count the blessings and don't count what they have. And you know, one, you woke up this morning. Two, you open your eyes, man. Three, you know, like you still here. God ain't through what you get, man. There's some people who didn't wake up with a roof over their head or in bed or whatever the case may be. So you gotta count your blessings, man. You was able to make a phone call today to talk to your loved ones, or you were able to go see your mother, or you were able to do whatever, spend time with your son, man. I'm telling you, it's the littlest things that we have that we may not notice each and every day. But yo, won't you just focus on the things that you do have and not put so much concentration on the things you don't have? You'll have so much more because God will end up blessing you abundantly because, man, you are grateful. You are thankful for what you have. You are thankful for what He has blessed you with, you know, and you'll end up having more, man, for real. I always tell some people that, man, for real. Not just certain people. I tell people that, man. Just when your friend get blessed with $1,000, don't sit there and be like, you know what, man, I wish I had $1,000. Or don't be like, man, like, dang, man, you always getting money, or be envious. Don't be like that. Be like, yo, congratulations, man. Yeah, I know it's hard. It really is. It really is, especially when times are rough and you're broke. But congratulations, man. Keep up the good work. Because guess what? Your $1,000, your $2,000 is coming around the corner. You just gotta be thankful, man. Because I learned, man, if God has blessed your brother or blessed your sister or blessed whoever, man, that means he on the same street. He right around the corner, bro. So don't be envious, man. And for real, man, we need someone to share some light and love in the world, man. For real. Definitely, for real, you guys. Man, that's the inspirational quote of the week. We're gonna keep it moving on, you guys, before we wrap it up here on the podcast. Like I said, Talk Pro Wrestling is back, and we was talking about Bray Wyatt's epic return last Saturday at Extreme Rules that was off the chain, you guys, off the chain, and his return was indeed dope. And the Wyatt Six has been going around about these different personalities of Bray Wyatt. Husky Harris, you got the Fiend, Bray Wyatt from the rocking chair, all these, different effects. And what we seen on SmackDown that closed out the show that was really awesome for Bray Wyatt to come out there just to be himself. That was him. And then we see something on the Titantron was something totally different. You feel me? So I'm intrigued. I'm loving what's going on. And word is that WWE is supposed to be getting rid of majority of the pay-per-views in the year of next year, in the year of 2023. And I think that is awesome because with Triple H and back and he back in full effect, this is time to tell stories. This is time to go full effect, man, for real. And Triple H wants to do that, and I think with more, less pay-per-views or premium live events, you can tell way more stories on both Raw and on SmackDown, man. You don't need these pay-per-views, and I think that's what AEW got, and I think that's what is good. Of course, they got a whole bunch of stuff they got to work through. Like well, the honeymoon stage is totally over right now. Like they're having so much to deal with backstage drama, having people who are suspended that got $1 million contracts. So much, man. WWE is on the up right now. It's on the up, and I'm loving every bit of it, man. So tune in this Friday to hear me chat more wrestling, man. For real, it's going to be dope. And also, you guys, like I said, Commission Talks today live 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Off the Top Ropes podcast. Real fast, you guys, before we head on out of here, you guys, man. Me as a parent, man, yo. My little man, he already got his costume right now. Shout out to Auntie April right now. She always calling him burrito. So I think me and Babe, we probably gonna be like restaurant workers at Taco Bell, and my little man gonna be the burrito or something like that, something real cool. But yo, these costumes are getting out of hand though. Like the Jeffrey Dahmer costume though. Any parent that buy their child this, bro, you is sick, man. You guys gotta be sick in the head. The glasses right now, his prison glasses is going for $150,000 online. Like no stores having this. Because I literally thought this was selling in stores. No, it's not. Somebody is making this, and it's not hard. You get a fucking wig, you buy some big ass glasses, and you put on a shirt and some jeans or pants that he wore, and you're Jeffrey Dahmer. Like it's sad. I mean, with the makeup or whatever, but yo, last year it was the whole Squid Games, though, a lot of children being Squid Games, and I'm like, really? Why is they watching this? Why, man? Like, that's what I'm saying, man. You gotta be careful what you do, say, watch around your kids, man. You got to. You definitely got to. Though I wouldn't dare buy my kid some damn costume he looking like or imitating a daggone serial killer from the 80s or 90s though. Like, come on though. Like, really? Like, that's the propaganda that they do, man. They brought this out, they brought this show out in time for Halloween. And now look, somebody was gonna do it. I'm surprised. I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm not, man. But we gonna move on, guys. Don't get your kids that for Halloween, man. For real. What happened to being Power Rangers, Spider-Man, Batman? Damn, these kids want to be serial killers. Let's move on, you guys. Before I go, shout out to the Get It Off Your Chest podcast. Shout out to the Conversing with Chris and Nisa podcast, Buzzing with Marlo, and Off the Top Rose podcast. Once again, man, for real, go subscribe to them guys, man, and check them out. You dig? Yo, this was a dope show. I thank you guys for tuning in here on Spotify and on YouTube. And if you enjoyed this episode, please leave a 5-star rating, a review, all that great stuff. And if you haven't done so this entire episode, I don't know what you're waiting for. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button down below. It need to be gray. It need to be like, it don't need to be red. So hit that subscribe button down below and tell a friend about the 1130 podcast, man. There's always dope vibes here. There's always lit. We stay inspired and uplifting, man, for real. Good energy, positive energy all the way. All the way, man. But yo, before I go, you know what time it is, man. Don't forget to follow the 1130 podcast on all social media platforms. Follow me on Twitter at the 1130 podcast, which I need to get back on Twitter and get my Twitter game up, man. Like, oh man. Follow me on Instagram at the 1130 podcast, and definitely hit the link in the bio to subscribe to the podcast on YouTube and get you some merch, man. For real, bonfire.com. The 1130 podcast. Get you some gear now. Also, follow me on TikTok, man. I'm getting the hang of it, man. I'm trying to do some new videos. So definitely get at me, man. Follow me on TikTok at the 1130 podcast. Like the 1130 podcast on Facebook. Oh man, I got some dope guests coming up next week. You don't want to miss it, you guys. For real. Yo, I'm out of here on out of here. This was a great one. I hope everyone stay blessed, stay safe. Give all the glory to God, man. Won't he do it, man? For real. Won't he do it? Yo, it's your man Dre, aka Dreonwheels, and I'm out.